kids! This year we made it to Paris, and here's what we loved most about our trip to the capital of France. Paris is always a good idea. The City of Light is one of the most romantic destinations in the world. French cuisine is probably the best there is, and there's so much history and art in Paris that a week spent here is simply not enough. We had a lovely vacation in Paris, and we are happy to share what we've learned during our stay there. How to get around the city. Top attractions to visit in Paris. A few practical tips for your trip. Paris is an enormous metropolis and one of the most visited cities in the world. It is a popular destination and it's crowded, so in my opinion, driving is not an option to get around the city. In my experience, the only efficient way to move around Paris is by public transportation. You can reach all the main attractions by metro and bus, and for tourists, there are affordable tickets that include all public transportation means. For your vacation, we recommend either the Paris Visite ticket or the Navigo Week Pass. We chose the Paris Visite ticket, but either one is fine. Just pick the one that best fits your plans. With these tickets, you will easily move around Paris without worrying about further payments for transportation. Whether you choose Navigo or Paris Visite, you can buy your pass at the machines in the metro station. You can use Google Maps to find the best routes via public transportation. If you have to choose between the metro or the bus, take the metro, as I found buses to be a bit unreliable in Paris. The metro comes pretty often, while the times shown on Google Maps weren't always the same as the ones at the bus station. We'll make a more detailed video on how to ride public transportation in Paris, so make sure you subscribe to our channel to get all the tips and tricks for your vacation. Let's be honest, it's Paris. All attractions are top attractions. Know from the start that it's impossible to see everything, so choose the ones that tempt you the most. We'll go over the ones we visited and we'll include all the tips and tricks we've learned during our trip. If you plan to see a few museums in Paris, get the Paris Museum Pass. This tool will save you a lot of money and time, as it allows you to skip the long lines at ticket counters. It grants access to over 50 different museums and monuments throughout the city, including the Louvre, the Arc de Triomphe, and the Palace of Versailles. The pass is available for 2, 4, or 6 consecutive days and can be purchased online or at the ticket counters of participating museums. The Louvre is one of the world's largest and most visited museums, with a collection of over 35,000 objects covering thousands of years of art and history. The museum is home to some of the most famous works of art in the world, including the Mona Lisa and Venus de Milo. The Louvre is one of the most important attractions in Paris, which means you can expect long lines. Find this entrance. It is less known to the public and you'll get in right away. Then, with the Paris Museum Pass, head straight to the wing entrance where it will be scanned for admission. The Sacre Coeur is a stunning white church located at the top of Montmartre, one of Paris's most charming and bohemian neighborhoods. It's an important attraction worth seeing for both its beauty and the breathtaking views of the city. You can climb the hill on foot or you can take the funicular to the top. After you visit Sacre Coeur, take a nice walk and explore the winding streets and hidden alleyways in Montmartre. At walking distance from Sacre Coeur, you will find the Boulevard de Clichy, a bustling street known for its nightlife and entertainment. Even though I'm not a fan of adult clubs and shops, I enjoy the vibrant atmosphere on this street. It is full of bars, clubs and theaters, but also many great restaurants. The Eiffel Tower is one of the world's most iconic landmarks and a must-see attraction in Paris. You can take an elevator to the top of the tower for stunning views of the city, or simply admire the structure from below. If you decide to visit the tower, you'd better buy your tickets right away, as they sell out up to 3 weeks prior. For a nice view of the tower, head to Trocadero Square. It's located across from the Eiffel Tower and offers stunning views of the impressive monument. This is a great spot to take photos and enjoy the beautiful scenery. The Palace of Versailles is a magnificent example of French Baroque architecture and was once the center of political power in France. Today, visitors can tour the palace and its stunning gardens, which are among the most famous in the world. It's one of my favorite museums, and I couldn't imagine going to Paris and not seeing Versailles. It's a 1-hour trip by train from Paris to Versailles. The ticket to Versailles is included in the Paris Museum Pass, but you are required to book a free timed entry palace ticket on their website. L'Arc de Triomphe is a triumphal arch built to honor the soldiers who fought and died for France during the French Revolution and Napoleonic Wars. Located at the end of Champs-Elysees, the arch is a symbol of Paris and one of my favorite spots in the capital of France. You can climb the stairs up to the top of the arch and enjoy some magnificent views of Paris. The Pompidou Center is a museum of modern and contemporary art located in the heart of Paris. Its unique architecture, with its exposed steel structure and brightly colored pipes, makes it one of the most distinctive buildings in the city. In this museum, you can see unique pieces of art by famous artists like Picasso, Matisse, and Frida Kahlo. The Musée de l'Armée is one of the world's largest military museums and is home to an extensive collection of weapons, armor, and military memorabilia. I was particularly surprised to see Napoleon's actual stuffed horse here. It also houses the tomb of Napoleon Bonaparte, which is one of the most visited sites in the museum. The Champs-Elysees is one of the most famous avenues in the world and is lined with luxury shops, cafes, and theaters. Visitors can stroll along the wide sidewalks and take in the stunning views of l'Arc de Triomphe at the far end of the avenue. The Notre Cathedral is one of the most famous Gothic cathedrals in the world and has been an important religious and cultural site in Paris for over 800 years. The cathedral suffered significant damage in a tragic fire in 2019, and it's been under repair ever since. Even though you can't visit the church, you can still admire it from the outside. I went to see Notre Dame and we wished her to get well soon. The Pantheon is a neoclassical building that was originally built as a church, but later became a mausoleum for famous French citizens. It houses the remains of many famous figures, including Voltaire, Rousseau, and Victor Hugo. The Paris Museum Pass will save you a lot of money and time too. The access tickets can cost a lot and there are long lines to the sales offices. With this pass, you can skip those lines and you have access to 50 museums and cultural sites. I recommend you start your visits with a less crowded attraction, go to the ticket office and instead of an access ticket, ask for the Paris Museum Pass. How much do we tip in Paris? At most restaurants and cafes, service is already included in your check, so tipping is not expected. If your bill mentions the service not being included, you can leave 10% of the check, but you won't be able to add it to the card payment, so it will have to be in cash. Wear comfortable shoes. You will walk a lot in Paris. In Louvre alone, you'll walk for a few hours, so make sure you bring the most comfortable shoes you own. In case you need to buy cheap, comfortable walking shoes, look for vendors at the subway or find a Decathlon store. If you're traveling from the United States, know that in Europe, the price you see at the store is the final price you're going to pay at the register. There are no extra taxes. Watch out for pickpockets and scammers. Leave your passports in the hotel. You don't need to have them on you. Don't carry a lot of cash and watch your backpack or purse at all times. Scammers will try to get your attention by tying a so-called friendship bracelet on your hand or through other creative means. Ignore them and walk away. Book a hotel near the metro station. You don't have to stay in the city center as long as you're close to the metro station. You'll find nice, affordable places that are a bit farther from the center but still 10 minutes away by metro. In Paris, there are two distinct service times. Lunch is typically from 12 until 2:30 and dinner is from 7:30 to 11 p.m. Many restaurants are closed in between and some only serve drinks, coffee and some aperitifs. If you get hungry between meals, you can always step into a patisserie or boulangerie. On the first Sunday of the month, many museums in Paris open their gates for free. This means you can save some money on attraction tickets, but it also means you can expect long lines. Note that even though it's free, for some attractions you'll still need to reserve a ticket.